But happy to say that for the last 4 weeks, this is our third net profit that's above $1,000. How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to week number 50, where every Friday I release this content just to share my experience trading the futures market. And I do it in a way where it's transparent and hopefully helping others out just by following my journey. So I'm going to switch it up a bit this week, where I'm just going to go through the hourly charts followed by my account statement for transparency, because that's very important to me. And then I'm going to talk about an OCO and why I believe it should be something that you're aware of and something that could really help you get emotions out when you're trading, either during the entry, exit, or when you can't focus on the market or watch it too closely and you want to step away from it. So on our first trade here, it was basically 6 contracts and we shorted it and we got a net profit of $436.46. Our second trade here was a long with 6 contracts, and that was a net profit of $173.46. Both were evening trades. And then on this third trade here, it is a bit longer, did it during my lunch break really, and it was 10 contracts. 10 micros pretty much equals to 1 E-mini, and this gave us a net profit of $404.10. Our next trade here, trade number 4, we pretty much shorted in the evening, 6 contracts, and that netted us $168.96. Followed by another 6 contracts in the same evening. I went long and got us a net profit of $95.96. And finally ending it on this Friday on quadruple or triple witching day. And it was a tough one to trade, but basically 8 contracts, long position, and that netted us $254.28. Account statement showing here from Sunday, December 12th to today, Friday, December 17th. And if you look at our statement, just looking at the description, you see that there's no deposits or withdrawals. We did have one mark-to-market here of negative $170, but other than that, it was pretty much a clean trading, mostly in the evening. And on our ending cash, that was essentially $16,557.64. And our starting cash was $15,024.42. So that gave us a total of $1,533.22. And what's great is if you check out the link above, we were negative last week. We ended that 19-week winning streak that we did have. But happy to say that for the last 4 weeks, this is our third net profit that's above $1,000. So if it was a 40-hour week, our hourly rate would be $38.33. And on the percentage, which is how I like to measure myself now, with our net profit here divided by our starting cash, and that would give us a percentage. Let's multiply that by 100 so it's easier on the eyes. A percentage of 10.2%. So I'm happy because I reached that goal. It's a reach goal. It's not a realistic goal to be getting 10% every week, but it's something that I try to strive and aim for. So quite happy with that result. So it's December 16th in the evening, about 7:14 p.m. in the Pacific Coast. And this week, instead of showing you some examples of the trade that I did for the week, I wanted to focus on an OCO to show you exactly when an OCO is, which is one cancels the other. And it's one thing to talk about it, but I think it's better if I actually show it to you in practice. So right now, based on what I'm seeing, so the rules that I look at, on the time base on the left here, you can see that we are on the oversold side, and we are on the MACD. It's crossed over about an hour ago, but I was starting to see some divergence here. And on the tick base side as well, you can see that we're on the oversold side and the crossover just occurred. So normally at this point I would do a short, and I'm just going to do it for this instance. Let's do 6 contracts this time. And basically, yeah, I'm just gonna do a short here because I'm just doing this really for our practice. So there you go. Now we shorted 6 contracts. Average is at 35,787. And what an OCO really is basically it's a bracket where I would put a limit on the bottom since I shorted, just to show like basically a way to reach this goal that I do have on I'm a profit essentially. And on the other side of it would be, you can put a stop loss if you want, but I like to put a trailing stop. So essentially the trailing stop would either lock in some of my existing profits if there's any, or if there was a huge reversal, then at least it'll limit my loss. And for TD Ameritrade, I'll show you how to do that. So I'm using Thinkorswim, which is owned by TD Ameritrade, which is now Charles Schwab. And on this templates here in the middle, you can see there's an OCO. So you can also see here I already have some standard ones that I do use, but for this exercise I'll do it from scratch. So I would select the OCO, and then basically you determine day or good till canceled. I'm gonna pick good till canceled because I normally leave that OCO overnight. And then the next thing is on this link here, you want to decide, do you want it to occur on the last price, the bid, the ask, or the market price? So what I like to do is I select average price essentially. So I want my stop to be in reference to my average price, which is 35,787. And then of course on the quantity I would make sure I have 6 because I shorted 6. And then on this offset here, there's 2 choices. So you can do by percentage, you can do by the value of it, or how many ticks. So I go with ticks because it's just easier for me to understand that. And then this is the part that really depends on you as a trader. You can do risk to reward ratio of 1-to-1, or you can look at the chart. You can zoom out and you can determine, all right, how many how many points on the stop side should I include, and etc. So that's really a personal choice. But for this exercise, like I said, I like to use trailing stop, and I'm just gonna do essentially a 1-to-1 here. Actually, for this practice, I'll just show you what 25 tick trailing stop looks like. So I entered 25 there, and now this is the important part here. I'm gonna just close the top so we can view it. You can see that this 25 point on the top there on the trailing stop, it's essentially 87 plus 25, which brings you to pretty much 812. And that's the reason why I'm gonna place this on there. Well, actually no, let me take that back. Instead of the average price, I want that trailing stop to be dynamic. So I want that to be in relation to what the current price is actually. So I'm going to change that to market. And then now what's going to happen is that trailing stop will adjust based on what the market price is. So for example, right now it's at 86 and we are at 11. You see how it moved up there because we were going up. But anyway, what's great about this is on that trailing stop, if you look to the right on the PL Open, I can see that I'm risking about $84 on the one end. So on the opposite side, you could do the same thing if you wanted 1-to-1. Let's just say we wanted it close to that $84 as well. So then I would place that. And then after placing that, now you can see visually how it works. So you have the trailing stop here. So if things go south, I would lose $90. However, if this, goes down, because I am shorting, this would also adjust. The trailing stop would adjust with it. And basically you would either limit your losses or lock in some profits. And on the bottom here is the limit. So I'm going for a potential gain of $84. And this is what I do to take emotions out of trading. And that's what an OCO is. It's definitely a very helpful tool to use. I do recommend it. You can do it here on the order here, or you can also see it on the chart right here to visualize what that looks like. So if for some reason you wanted this trailing stop to be a lot higher because you're looking at either maybe the ATR or maybe some of the EMA or SMAs or whatever indicators you're comfortable with, you could always adjust that. So you can just, cancel and replace that order. And you can see here we have the 25. So I could change that to essentially 50 if I wanted. And then if you confirm and send, you will see that it moved higher. So now I'm saying that I'm willing to risk up to $159 on this trade. And of course the profit, you can just drag and drop right there like I did on the center, or you can drag and drop on this side. So the way it is right now, I guess I'm saying, oh yeah, I can, hold on to this until a profit of $165. But anyway, I wanted to basically visually show you this tool that you could use, and OCO is definitely very helpful. And yeah, hope you learned something from this. Please do like and subscribe if you like what you saw, if you learned something or you felt entertained. But if not, give me another chance, and hopefully on the next one you like what you see. All right, have a good one.